Good evening, welcome to the stream. It's time for some Formula 2, and I definitely didn't think it was Tuesday evening and was getting ready to settle down. Definitely not, I would never do something like that. we're at we're at the Portuguese track tonight, and as usual, we have one shot qualifying, the reverse top 10 sprint race, and the feature race. As you can see there on the left hand side of your screen, 13 laps for the sprint race, 19 for the feature. We have a really good turnout again tonight, as was last week, which is great to see, and hopefully we'll see as much action as we have recently in these F2 leagues. It's been very good to watch. Some really nice racing. We'll just get on the standings. I don't think I've done them for a couple of weeks, so we can have a look at what the standings are looking like right now here in the Formula 2 league. So the driver standings right now. I'm currently 19th because I took part in one race. I got 4 points. So Dreamer is currently leading from Reese. Hope you get back soon, Reese. We all miss you. Dreamer's got a really good lead here. He's got a 52-point lead on Ice1, who's in third position. So Dreamer really going well this season. There's lots of close battles though, and there's still quite a way to go in the championship. We've got a few weeks left. We've got tonight then 5 more races, so plenty of time to catch up and plenty of time for people to make mistakes as well. As for the constructors, it's the Prima Racing team, currently 36 points in front of the Tridents, which is quite close. Just 1 point between the Tridents and the MPs, just very close there. But 36, 37 points over the course of a race weekend is not a lot. It can easily be not just cut down, but actually fully cut, and you can overtake them in the standings. As you see, the lobby is starting to fill right now. 12 in. I believe we've got 18 tonight, which is great stuff. Just a quick drink because, yeah, I'm actually quite parched. just had a pizza, so I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to commentate on what should be a very good, interesting, and exciting evening of racing. I'm going to sit down and get everything set up so I'm comfortable and ready to go. No cat tonight. I don't know where he is. Tails. Oh, he's hiding in his little cave. There we go. Tay. Look at this, already 14 in. We should be starting at any second now, just while the last few get in. We've got to give them a couple of minutes, you know, just to get in the lobby. People might be running late from work or whatever, you know, so give everyone a chance to get in. We saw Craig come in there and disappear. I'm sure he'll be back any second now. There he is, look. 15 in. Because of it being a one-shot qualifier, you kind of have to be a little bit more patient. If it's a short qualifying session, which is 18 minutes, sometimes you can just start the lobby, you know, start the qualifying session and accept invites from people late. They'll still get plenty of time to get a lap in, but because it's one shot, you can't accept anyone because you're doing your qualifying and then afterwards it's straight into the sprint race. So you miss basically half of the evening. So that's why we're a little bit more patient and give a little bit more leeway in the lobbies in terms of timing. Got a stacked field tonight though, and you can see Dreamer there leading the championship in the Trident. We're gonna look to be picking up big points tonight. Very impressive drive last week and the week before too, so looking to continue that form. And also with his team sitting second in the Constructors' Championship, obviously we want to see he wants to see big points from himself and Scorper to just help get them closer to that top spot. I'm sure he'd love to be celebrating a double at the end of the season. No guarantees though. Still 6 races to go, including tonight, so he's going to have to stay focused and pick up maximum points. He's going to have he might be in a bit of trouble tonight, as we see in the MP Motorsport car. There is Tim, who will most certainly be looking to put on a show, that's for sure. Dave is in here. He's also very quick. We've seen over these last few weeks, drivers have really started to lock in and show some real good performance, and that's good to see. It increases the competition in the league. I love the reverse top 10 order sprint race. If you're a regular viewer to the channel, you'll know that it's one of my favourite things, because it just spices things up, I guess, in the sprint race. So always a fan of that. Waiting for a few more though, and I don't know if we'll get underway like immediately or we'll just wait a couple of minutes. Here comes Scorper back then, so 15 in. Scorper was in the Trident. I wonder if he's going to go back in the Trident here. Needs to select his vehicle. Can't just ready up. There we go. Back into the Trident. Massive points available tonight in terms of where we are in the season. I think this could be quite a pivotal race. We'll we could talk more about the track when it comes to the qualifying and obviously the sprint race. But yeah, I think this one's going to be massively important in terms of both the drivers and constructors championship. Everybody's starting to ready up then, and there's going to be 5 people very disappointed because from 11th to 15th you don't get reverse grid order for the sprint race. You're going to have to finish at least 10th. Here we go then. So as usual, I'm just going to close my eyes, pick a driver at random, and that's who we're going to follow for the qualifying lap. Because it's one shot, you just kind of have to pick someone and go with them. You stick with it, and that's what we're going to be doing. Oh my word, that is absolutely furious torrential rain. One can only assume that this is going to be full wet tyres. You see lots of standing water, lots of puddles in the pit lane. So I'll be surprised if it's anything but full wet tyres here. Will make a difference in qualifying. It makes people more likely to make a mistake. Remember, one shot, it's just all or nothing. You're not getting time to warm up. And if the race is dry, or the racers, plural, is dry, then you're probably going to be using a dry setup on an extremely wet track, which also increases the likelihood of an incident. So we're going to go with... We're going with Ace tonight. We'll get the lap data and the track map on. Currently running 4th, down to 7th. You see on the left hand side the names keep switching very quickly, and that's down to the times or the positions being in real time. Look at the puddles on the track. Oh, struggling a little bit to keep it under control. I think if you can finish your lap here, you're in with a good chance. Oh, just put a bit too much there. Oh. Lots of changes of elevation here at Portugal. There's a lot of sections that remind me of sections on other tracks, which obviously we can talk about during the race. Oh, he's really having to feather it round here. It's not the quickest time. He's struggling to keep the car under control. He's using no traction control or ABS either, which in these more the traction control in these conditions just increases the difficulty immensely. Oh, he's keeping it under control though, in fairness. You see Paynes is currently in 1st position, followed by Tim, then just Dave. Looking, he's ran really wide there, but hasn't invalidated. Paynes has put in the fastest lap. Dreamer 9th. He's going to have a good starting position in the sprint race. Very awkward lap there from Ace, but understandable because of the conditions. So that's the qualifying standings. You see Paynes 1.7 in front of everyone else. Tim on the front row as well. Just Dave and Lewis on the 2nd row of the grid, followed by Quinton and Ice One. Then we have Craig and Shane, the teammates, always battling those two. Dreamer and Aidan are going to be on the 5th row of the grid. So Aidan will start from pole on the during the sprint race. Then we've got Scorpa, Nade, Fallen, Timber and Ace, all unable to make the top 10. So therefore will start from the position that they qualified in during the sprint race. So very interesting one this. We'll have to see what the weather's like. So dry conditions for the sprint race, that's better, and that would explain the huge disparity in times that we saw. Not only does wet weather increase the gaps in times normally, but the fact that people would have been using dry setups to try and qualify. No invalidations either in a one-shot qualifying with 15 people. That's pretty good. Even if your lap's not the fastest, if you've got, if everybody's got round without invalidating, that's pretty impressive, to be honest. No messing, we're underway, and it's Aiden at the front with a decent start. Dreamer's going to try and make a pass early into turn one. Oh, contact on the back of Dreamer from Shane there, who's ran wide and has allowed Ice One to get through. Just Dave's at the back, he's facing the wrong way, and Tim is also at the back, so those two have had a right coming together there. Doesn't look like Dave's got damage, and I think Tim's okay. So back to the front then, and here we go. You see lots of people running wide, trying to break late, not quite happening for them. Aiden had a very good start there. Dreamer took a touch from Shane, but was able to keep it under control. We've got caution in sector 2. I think that might be Ace. Looking alright though, maybe not. Anyway, back to the top. Let's go to the top and we'll see what's happening here. Dreamer and Aiden have already pulled out a 1.5-ish second gap on the chasing pack. Oh, Dreamer looking to go down the outside here. Lewis is off. Dreamer taking the inside line. Is he going to compromise his exit speed though? That's still a question. It looks like he has. Very long start finish straight. Lots of DRS to be had as well when it's enabled. We'll just get on with Dreamer just for a minute here, and I'll tell you why I think this is like it reminds me of a lot of other tracks. We've got the straight here. Lewis is retired from session. In the pits though, so no safety car. That's good. So coming up to these turns here, this reminds me of Imola. Look at this double right-hander, the second one up the hill, awkward, can lose grip and control. 3 seconds for Shane already. We've got a nice fast section here, and very Belgium-esque. And then for me, the final corner reminds me of the final corner at Spain. There's quite a few similar corners to other tracks here at Portugal. And sometimes people, it's not really a driver's favourite, but definitely one of my favourite tracks. But we can see Quinton right on the back of his teammate Ice One here, and they have closed the gap. Aiden puts in the fastest lap, but only momentarily. Quinton with a 1:29.9. Just Dave with a 1:29.7. It's a 9th position already, and Tim is in 6th position. So those two coming together there before even turn 1. As Quinton goes through on Ice One, and have still managed to pull this back and get in a decent position. So fair play to both of them. Quinton now just dropped back as he was battling and getting through on Ice One. What's happening here? We've got Scorper, who's currently ghosted. Is connected, so probably just waiting for the right moment to retake control. Dave's just gone through on Craig, who, rather surprisingly, is quite far behind his teammate. They are normally very, very well matched. We've got, is that Fallen? At the back, yeah, bringing out a yellow flag. So back to the front, and it's Aiden and Dreamer. Dreamer currently in second position. We'll be looking to... oh, Giathanos has joined. He'll be in for the feature race, of course. He didn't make it for qualifying. But yeah, Dreamer's going to be looking to close the gap now. He's got DRS, as you can see. 2 DRS zones here, both good opportunities for overtaking, as Tim and Shane are having a bit of a battle. I'm sure Shane using the DRS there to his advantage. Around the left-hander then, second DRS zone. Let's see how close Dreamer can get. He's not far back. Not made it though. Now we've got the Imola-esque corner. Very, very difficult, especially on older tyres, which towards the end of this race, even though they are running mediums, it might become a problem. Yeah, RS enabled for Dreamer. I'm not sure he's going to get close enough. It is a long straight. He couldn't brake late. And he's not going to quite get close enough. So Tim now is on the back of Paynes. Payne's another rapid driver. Not able to get close enough. As you see, Craig in 12th position. Very, very surprising. Yeah, not expected him to be that far down, to be honest. Lots of penalties coming out here. So Fallen Demon has just got 10 seconds for speed in the pit lane. He's retired in the pit lane, so we're down to 12 drivers already. We're only on lap 5 of 13. And Quinton has closed the gap on the front 2. There's 3 for Shane. That's a number of 3 seconds. Let's get the penalties up actually so we can see. Yeah, 6 seconds now for Shane, 3 for Timber. The others that took penalties have retired from the session. There's Tim in 6th position. Plenty of time left for him to start to think about making a pass. Does need to be a bit closer though. 0.9's not going to do him any favours. Get on board with Quinton and we'll see. It's a very, very good exit there. And quite an easy pass on Dreamer. Dreamer now down to 3rd. Remember, championship leader Dreamer, and looking to A, extend his championship lead, and B, Quinton really had a hard touch there on Ada, and B, get the Trident team to the top of the pile in terms of the constructors. Tim 1.5 back now. Oh, big touch there. Hopefully didn't take any damage. These cars are able to take a little bit more than the Formula 1 cars in terms of bumps. Timber does get his second 3-second penalty of the race. You want to see Colapinto's car? Is there any reason you want to see Colapinto? It's not Colapinto driving, by the way. As we see Payne's up into third position. There we go. Payne's really making some moves now. And he's already close to the cars in front. We've got a good battle here in the top four. Here's Ice One, who's just a bit far back, too far back from this chasing pack. Oh, because you're from Argentina. There you go. It's Tim, who's actually the championship leader in the Formula One league. We can stay with him for a lap if you like. I'll do that for you. We'll probably be looking to pass anytime soon. Payne's is really having a go. Yeah, no problem, mate. No problem. I'm here for the viewers, so yeah, we can stay with him until the end of the lap. He's actually closing Ice One down pretty quickly, to be fair. He's within a second. He's still too far back that even with DRS, he's not going to make a pass. He's not going to be able to make a pass, unfortunately. But if he can close the gap using the DRS here, he does stand a chance at some point during this next lap to make a pass. And we go up into third. Wow, Aiden's just dropped down 2 places there. Quinton and Payne's going through, and we all change at the top. As you can see, a big lock up there from Payne's. Payne's is super fast. Quinton's doing a fantastic job, by the way, of keeping him honest here. This front four looking superior to the rest. Although Tim now is getting very, very close. And Tim is in Colapinto's car. And if he makes a pass, he'll be looking to close the gap as quickly as possible. More difficult to do in these cars, of course, these Formula 2 cars. DRS is hugely important. What a battle though for first position. And just trying to squeeze down inside Dreamer. I don't think he's quite got it. Nope. Looks like Payne's has had a fantastic exit. Right on board. And yeah, there you see, he's going to go through. They're side by side. Payne's goes through on Quinton. Quinton down to second. So once again, all change at the top. Tim trying to brake late. The gap is a lot closer than it was. He's running out of time though. Not just to get past Ice One, but to get onto the back of the front four. And we're going to go back on board. Back watching. We're not going to go on board with anyone yet, unless the camera angle tells us to. I'm not the race director. Also, just Dave. In 7th position, has managed to close the gap on Tim. Tim being held up a little bit by Ice One. He's looking to get through as quickly as possible and make himself a nice little gap. Payne's has got the lead to just over a second. Now it just dips back under. If he can break DRS, Quinton's going to be in real trouble. Aiden's dropped back as well as he's fighting with Dreamer. Almost just 4 laps to go. And these guys have just got to keep concentration as something's happened there with Payne's. And he's dropped far back. He's into second and he's going to be under pressure from the 2 cars behind. As we see behind as well, Ice One, Tim and Dave all looking to make a move. Dave's gone left, Tim's gone right. I think Tim might have this. Oh no, Tim's hit the back of Ice One a little bit there. Dave got through momentarily, but Ice One defending very well. Again, Dave looking to get through. Oh, Tim's gone through. Here comes Dave. Ice One taking the inside line. It's going to compromise his exit speed. Dave really trying to get through as well. You might try for a double overtake here. 3 wide. You see they've had to back off, obviously. Quickly back up to the front. You see between Paynes and Quinton, nothing in it, but that 3 seconds for Quinton's going to be absolutely disastrous. And Aiden as well, because any chance they've got to win this race has probably gone with that. Yeah, it's close on track, and he might win it on track. But as soon as those penalties kick in at the end of the race, there's going to be positions lost. There we go then, about to start lap 11 of 13, and we'll see what's what. Paynes is definitely going to be able to have a run here. Yeah, he's got through. Will probably be able to make that stick quite easily. Looking further back. Ice One through on Tim, down the inside into turn 1. Tim looking for the switchback. He's got it. Will he make it stick? I think he can. You see just Dave there trying to take advantage, and he's got through as well. So 2 positions lost there for Ice One. He got in front of Tim, and then he's dropped 2 positions. That's quite unfortunate. You see there's a coming together there, and that's definitely Aiden and Dreamer as well. And Dreamer's got wing damage. So championship leader in all sorts of trouble in this sprint race. Paynes once again goes through on Quinton. 4 seconds between these 2, and everyone behind, just Dave. Ignoring a yellow flag, getting a 10-second penalty. That's really frustrating for him. I assume the yellow flags are out, and he made a pass. And for that, it's 10 seconds. Payne's just stretching out the gap between himself and Quinton right now, as you can see. Being very, very good. Well, Quinton, yeah, I think he just managed to stay within DRS range. Yeah, he did. But now he's going to be struggling. Just Dave goes through on Tim. Tim doesn't have to overly worry. With 2 laps to go, we can see that Dave has a 10-second penalty, so Tim can still just tuck in behind and take the podium position. I'm sure though he would like to get within 3 seconds of Quinton, because that would get him 2nd position. Very unfortunate for Aiden and Dreamer. We saw there some sort of coming together, and they've gone from looking at a podium to 6th and 7th respectively. Dreamer's going to be obviously frustrated. Leading the championship, was looking at decent points in the sprint race, but wasn't to be. Or at least it seems like it wasn't to be. Still enough time. And he's still battling, by the way, with Aiden. He does have the advantage of knowing that he will move up a position. I think he'll move up 2. I think Dave, with that 10 seconds, will move below him as well. So we'll be up to 5th if he can avoid any penalties of his own. Paynes now has got the gap to 2.7 seconds at the front. He's really, really pulling away. He's already on the last lap of the race. So looking good from his point of view. Tim not close enough to make a pass on Dave then. But he's around the 3-second mark to Quinton. So if he can close the gap on Quinton, big 2nd place for Tim coming here. Especially given that he was right at the back at turn 1 with that incident with Dave. Dave, a hugely experienced driver of these Formula 2 cars, by the way. definitely knows what he's doing, and one of the fastest drivers on the grid. It's arguably the fastest when, you know, you obviously got to have a bit of luck and things go your way, but he's arguably the fastest. So let's see Payne's anyway. About to come up to the final hairpin and then round the long last corner of the race. And quite comfortable in the end. You see Quinton's just dropped off a little bit, and I think that's going to cost him, you know. He might even be struggling for a podium here. So that's Payne's over the line. I'm going to see Quinton now, and then Dave, and then we'll see. Tim jumps up to second. Ice1 gets fourth. Dreamer's got fifth. Aiden into sixth. Dave seventh in the end because of that 10-second penalty. Here comes Nade. Is he going to do a spectacular in the wall finish? No, he keeps it straight. We do like to see a finish where someone bins it in the wall. There's Shane in 9th position. Ace is going to get 10th here. So a decent top 10 finish. Staying out of the way, not getting into any sort of trouble. You see he has got damage to his front left end plate, but it just managed to keep going, and I'm going to be relatively happy with 10th place there. And then last across the line will be Timber, and will be 11th because of the penalties. So we know that for sure. So Paynes wins this sprint race, takes maximum points. Well done there. And there's another 3 seconds for Timber, who's just come across the line. So a good showing from Paynes. We saw a lot there. We learned a lot about the drivers on the track. Just got to be careful of the penalties, that's for sure. Qualifying really threw a spanner into the works of a lot of these drivers, a lot of these quick guys as well. That heavy downpour that we saw in qualifying. So we're about to get the race results. Here we go. There we go. Paynes on the top step. Love to see it. And well done to all of those getting podiums. Well done to Tim as well after that start. There's your standings. Payne's doing well there. He would have started in 10th position, by the way. But now he gets a chance to start from the front. Side by side with Tim. We know that's going to be a good battle. A question of where Dave is on the grid. Because we know he's got the pace. And we see overcast, but still dry for the race. So absolutely just confirming what we already kind of knew, that people running dry setups in qualifying. Of course, a mandatory pit stop here in the race. And we'll see what strategies everyone's going to employ. Undercut is strong, as always. Not a terrible pit lane, this one, in terms of entry or length. You know, it's not Silverstone, it's not Abu Dhabi. And in terms of the pit entrance, it's not, I guess it's not Belgium, for example. So no message straight away. Oh no! Quinton with a jump start has got into first position, and that is the only way he's getting getting into first position that quickly. It's going to be a drive-through penalty, and yeah, not good that. You see the tyres? So just Shane on the softs, everyone else on the mediums. So medium soft, all soft, medium strategy. Oh, look at Payne's having real trouble keeping hold of the car. Just about keeping it straight, but has moved down to 4th position. He's now behind Dave. And yeah, very awkward. We've got the light show as Lewis has DNF'd. And everybody coming over the hill. What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? No, it's an F2 car. In fact, it's 15 F2 cars. Yeah, loads of battling going on. Oh, that's Craig really struggling with his connection. He's teleporting all over the place. Now the top 4 of Quinton, who's going to have to take a drive-through penalty in the next... I think it's within 3 laps of you getting it, so we can discount him. So that's going to be Tim, Dave and Payne's at the front, which is ominous for the rest. You see Quinton coming straight in to take that drive-through. Might even retire in the pits. He might be a little bit annoyed. Oh, something happened in the background. That was Ice One. And Quinton. Well, Quinton's retired in the pits. We know that. But we saw in the background there's debris everywhere. And yeah, Ice One is out. So a very surprising result from the person that's actually 3rd in the championship right now. And would have been looking to close the gap. For sure, on Dreamer, who is leading the championship, but no. Craig's laggy ass going through. Very difficult when somebody's laggy in front of you, because they teleport all over the place, and you're like, do I make the move? And you try and make the move, and then there's always the possibility that you, by making the move, he teleports in front of you, and then you're slamming on the brakes and stuff. It's really awkward. But we're currently riding on board with Paynes, who's nicely in 3rd position right now, behind Tim and Dave. A very good exit as well. He's looking to straight past, and he has gone straight past into 2nd position. I'm sure Dave's going to hope that Paynes and Tim are going to be battling side by side, and a gap opens up between them. We've seen in the weekend league, the Formula 1 league, the Sunday league, that Paynes and Tim are very similar in terms of their pace. There's Aiden going through on Craig, and Craig's just teleported back in front. So really tough, because you don't know where he's going to be, and you don't know where he's going to teleport to next. Looks like Aiden has got through, but as you can see, Craig he keeps teleporting forward. It's definitely it's a connection issue on his part. Dreamer then currently 6th, just behind Aiden. We saw what happened between those two in the sprint race, so I guess we kind of don't want that to happen again. We don't want incidents to define the race. Back to the top 3 then. This 3-way battle for the race. Of course, it's only lap 3. Lots of time to go. Ace has got 10 seconds. I don't know what that was for. I missed that. But yeah, loads of time to go. As you see, Payne's going through there into 1st position. DRS helping him out massively, and DRS is just about keeping Tim in this fight. So struggling slightly, Tim. I mean, struggling's a strong word, but comparatively to those two in front. Also a possibility that he's just, he's just taking his time, not making any rash decisions at this point in the race. Still a long way to go. Nate's dropped down into 13th. I don't know what's gone on there.